I remember the first time I saw Dr. Nick Riviera's advertisement on TV. With his charming smile and slick-back hair, he promised quick fixes and miraculous healings for only $129.95. 1-600 Dr. B. A number that seemed to drift into my thoughts like a pesky tune that wouldn't fade. It became a running joke among friends and family, his enthusiasm juxtaposed with the unsettling, unnerving way he touted his services. "Slash the cost of your medical expenses!" he exclaimed, in that signature sing-song voice. It was whenever the commercial aired that I felt a chill, a shiver down my spine that I could never quite shake off. There was something about him that just didn't sit right. You see, a few weeks ago, I found myself in desperate need of a doctor, the kind you reach out to when the regular treatments have failed. I suffer from chronic leg pain, and nothing was doing the trick. I wondered, could I call for a consultation? Maybe it was foolishness or desperation, but I dialed the number. The ringing felt endless, but it all changed once he picked up. "Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Nick." His voice was overly cheerful, too cheerful, as if someone was attempting to overcompensate. After exchanging pleasantries, we arranged on a consultation for Friday 13th. I didn't believe in the old wives' tale that the date was unlucky. After this consultation, I do now. I found myself sitting in his waiting room, the subliminal tones of an old toddler's show played on a flickering TV as I watched the others that had gathered. Their faces were vacant, a bizarre array of pain and confusion, something not quite heading in the right direction. Finally, Dr. Nick appeared before me, swaying into the room that had the same eerie enthusiasm from the commercial. "Ellie, come in, come in!" He beckoned me with a crooked finger, as if inviting me not just into his office, but into something darker, a strange abyss, waiting to swallow me whole. After a cursory examination, Dr. Nick began to craft a peculiar concoction of pills. "Trust me, these are good for you. Deadly good." He flashed a toothy grin while tossing the pills into a jar that was filled with a crimson substance. My stomach churned at the sight, but his confidence entranced me. I wanted to believe. I wanted to be pain-free and finally get some sleep. "Now, Ellie," he continued, leaning nearer until I could smell the faintly acrid odor on his breath, "I want you to remember that the B in my number stands for bargain. Ha! Isn't that clever?" he cackled, the sound eerily joyful against the gloom surrounding his office. But as I looked closer, the jagged lines in his face seemed more monstrous than animated, and his eyes, oh, those eyes, well, they didn't radiate kindness. Instead, they glimmered, like shards of glass, reflecting something horrifying. "Bargains are the best, after all," he leaned in, lowering his voice conspiratorially. "But what if I told you the truth? The B actually stands for something you would never want to guess." The air around us thickened as he spoke. I felt paralyzed, as if his words were wrapping around me like a deadly vine, squeezing tighter and tighter. I wanted to withdraw, to stand up and run, but there was a morbid curiosity tugging me to the chair. "What do you mean?" I whispered, voice trembling. He chuckled. "You see, blood is the real bargain, not the money, dear girl. Blood." His laughter bubbled over, spilling into my ears like a wretched melody. The words echoed in my mind. Blood? What was he implying? Just then, almost as if on cue, the lights flickered, casting elongated shadows against the walls of the cramped office. I noticed for the first time strange murals painted on the walls, grotesque and full of life, yet deathly in the light. Viscous strokes seemed to dance beneath the surface, a twisted story depicted in grotesque detail. "What is that?" I stammered, dread pooling in my stomach. "Oh, just a little art I've been working on." He spoke too quickly, like he was trying to brush it away. But I could see it. The faces, the gaping mouths, the victims whose screams had bled into these very walls. Dr. Nick's nose twitched as if he were inhaling the scent of fear. He leaned closer, his scabrous whisper slithering into the air. "You see, dear girl, I need my customers to understand. The treatment is a bargain for their blood. All the best discoveries need a sacrifice." His eyes gleamed with obsession, the shadows dancing around us at every mention of his sinister bargain. I backed away, heart racing, but he just smiled wider, as if it thrilled him. "You're going to be my next masterpiece, Ellie." My breath quickened. My instinct screamed at me to get out. With a sudden burst of adrenaline, I pushed past him, darted for the door that hung ominously ajar. As I swung it open, one of the patients, a vacant-eyed man that looked like Jasper from my grandmother's retirement castle, reached out his cane, almost trying to trip me with a desperate grasp. I was able to anticipate it, and the adrenaline took over as I jumped and narrowly slipped away into the hallway of the hospital. I could hear Dr. Nick laughing behind me, that familiar, cheerful phrase following in the terrifying distance as my heart raced. "Call me, Ellie. When you next need me, I'll be here. 1600 Dr. B. The B is for bargain." It echoed through the building. I didn't stop running until I burst outside, my heart pounding like it never had before. I was free, but I don't think I actually truly escaped. Now, I sometimes glance at my phone, the number glimmering on the screen. The nagging thought teases. Would it be a deal or my end? I need help for my leg, but I have no health insurance, and Dr. Hibbert refused to help. Who knows how many more are out there, struggling with doubts, with pain. Surely they'd heard the unsettling whispers of Dr. Nick, masking their fears beneath the blanket of laughter. It's been weeks since I fled, but that laughter, that sickening, dark, macabre laughter, still haunts my nightmares. Dr. Nick is still a joke to my family. They laugh along with him in his bargain and his medical deals. My family brings him up every so often to ask if I still had leg pain, and maybe I could go see him. I lie to them, taking handfuls of pain pills every day just to feel numb. It doesn't work, but I can't tell my family that. They'd never believe me that the funny bargain doctor isn't a joke anymore, that he's a monster, hiding behind a mask, waiting in the dark for the very next call to come his way at 1600 Dr. B.